Very good evening, everyone. So let's begin with our presentation session. Those who wants to give presentation, please raise your hands. We will go in accordance with the raised hands. Guys, are you ready to give presentation? If you are ready, then please raise your hands. We will go in that sequence only. Okay, Sejal, you can start your presentation.
Audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Screen share is not available.
Oh, one. Now please try.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sejal, and my project topic is future location prediction system using data IQ. So, what is data IQ? Data IQ is a server as a robust data science platform equipped with the suite and the tools designed to the empowering organizations in their data-driven journey, with the features ranging from the seamless data integration to advanced machine learning capabilities. Data IQ provides comprehensive ecosystem for predictive analytics tasks. So basically, Data IQ is an actually a company name which provides a DSS, which is data science tool, where we can predict models using the platform. So importance of the location prediction. As my topic is future location prediction, so basically the prediction of a location is done on the basis of the longitude and latitude. And that's how we calculate and figure out the location of the next location, as we can say, or a future location. So in the today's competitive landscape, predicting future locations has wide range of applications. Industries such as retail leverage location prediction to optimize store placements. Logistic companies improve route planning. Urban planners enhance city infrastructure and marketers tailor campaigns based on the consumer movement patterns. Accurate location prediction serves as a compass guiding decisions that impact operational efficiency, customer satisfaction, and overall business success. So basically, the where we have provided that location dataset where the attributes are ID, event time, event start, and event end time, where the latitude start, longitude start, and longitude ends are provided. So the prediction of the future location is done on basis of the two of the algorithms, which is one of is lasso regression and another is XG boost algorithm, where the lasso stands for the least absolute shrinkage and selection operator. This method is usually used in machine learning for the selection of the subset of variables. It provides greater prediction accuracy as compared to the other regression model. Lasso regression helps to increase model interpretation. So basically, if I sum this up, lasso regression is used to predict latitude calculations. And XGBoost is used for the longitude predictions. So XGBoost is an for full form is extreme gradient boosting. It is a popular supervised learning algorithm used for regression and classification on large data sets. It uses subsequently built shallow decision tree to provide accurate results and a highly scalable training method to avoid overfitting. Data collection and preparation. To embark on accurate location prediction, a diverse range of a data source is essential. Historical location data, demographic information, weather the patterns, and other the contextual factors play a pivot role. So the quality of the data directly influences reliability of the predictions. Therefore, the robust data collection, cleansing, and pre-processing of the vital step is the preparation foundation for successful location and prediction models. So workflow of the future location prediction, as are the journey through the location prediction involves a structured workflow, beginning with the data collection and then the integration. We move further data pre-processing and feature engineering. So subsequently, we delve into model selection and training flow load by the rigorous evaluation. Finally, we interrupt the prediction through visualization and transforming complex data into actionable insights. Feature engineering. So creating a meaningful features is an art itself. Data IQ simplifies this process by offering the tools to generate features from raw data. Features such as time-related attributes, spatial characteristics, and external influences contribute to the accuracy of the prediction. Data IQ itself is a user-friendly interface, facilitates features engineering, and ensure the model captures. So basically, where for the model selection and training, the platform Data IQ is also available, but as it's a paid source, so here in this project, we have used AWS as a platform. So wherein we have to log in by as an root, as an from the management console. After login, we have to use the it's called as quick start, where we use Data IQ as an subsequent to to follow the make of the prediction models. As a model selection and training, in the realm of the predictive analytics, selecting the right model is crucial. Data IQ offers an array machine learning algorithm enabling us to use the one base suited for the task at hand. With teamed model training, and we can use harness historical data to teach our models to make future prediction accurate. Evaluation metrics. Model evaluation and interpretation. While training models is essential, evaluating their performance is equally critical through metrics like RMSE, MEE, and R's, where we quantify the model's accuracy. Data IQ is visualized to provide to clear windows into the model prediction, making complex insights comprehensible and stakeholders. Future location prediction data IQ model. So this how is the workflow, wherein the location data set here the broom one's logo represent as a preparation, and the star shows as the evaluation, and this weight also shows as representation of the latitude regressions. So on the workflow shows represent as the how we have predicted these three models just using a location data set. Visualizing predictions. Visualization serves as a powerful tool to communicate complex insight in a comprehensible manner. Data IQ visualization capabilities enhance our ability to showcase predicted location effectively. Through interactive maps, charts, and graphs, we can illustrate spatial trends, temporal patterns, and correlation that might be difficult to grasp through the raw data alone. Real world application. Let's explore the practical scenario to underscore the significance of the visualization prediction. Image and a retail chain aiming to optimize its store location by integrating historical foot traffic data.
आते तो से लिंक हुई नहीं बस एक लिंक है पता ही नहीं से रखे क्यों
visualization, the prediction on a map not only aids in pinpointing potential store sites, but also reveals customers' hotspot and areas with growth potential. So benefits of the data IQ for the location prediction. The most of the benefits are interactive maps, customizable charts, collaboration, and iterative analysis. With the data IQ, streamlines the process of visualization predictions in several ways, where the data IQ maps capability allowed to dynamic exploration of the spatial insights. Tailor the visualization to specific audiences, highlight key findings, and data IQ's collaborative environment facilities sharing insight across teams. The basically data IQ also has a step where we can allow users to make changes and also to view it, just not by sharing the link. They can also make changes and edit the models as well, deploy and help it to predict. Coming to the conclusion, the strategic decision making, operational efficiency and competitive edge and collaboration and innovation. So the data IQ empowers us to make informed decision, minimizing the risk and maximizing the returns. So basically where we have to, there is also an error rate where we have to do is the prediction rate should be more, and if the prediction rate is more of the errorful, then we cannot specify the final destination would be a correct choice or not. So the accurate predictions enhance resource allocation, improving operational efficiency and customer experience. In a data-driven era, those who can effectively predict future locations have a distinct competitive advantage, enabling them to stay ahead in the dynamic markets. Data IQ collaborative environment and intuitive tool foster innovation and cross-functional collaboration driven transformative solutions. So my reference was from a Trello where they have also provided a data set and also some of the steps how to do it. Yeah, thank you. And I'm done with my presentation. If anybody wants to ask question, can ask.
Sejal, you have not included the demonstration part. Initially, you have
Demonstration, I've shown only the workflow data because as using the AWS platform, I was not able to perform the data IQ selection from the quick start. So I use the actual, data IQ platform where the trial was only for 14 days. So I've expired the trial, but I'm not unable to open it. That's why I've already had the screenshot of the flow. That's why I put it in here.
Okay. Then after when you completed your task, you didn't schedule within this period so that you can able to show the demonstration part because it's important. Without technical aspect, it's not possible to conclude the presentation. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay. I actually tried as well today. Okay, is it enable to to show or not? But it is not
Okay.
visible.
Okay, but next time try to schedule if it happens like any trial thing something, then try to complete the task within that time period itself. Okay, so that you can show the demonstration part as well. Rest your presentation was good, and this was the main point because without demonstration, we can't expect the completion of a task. Okay, so
Okay.
this is all from my side. I will provide you the scores on your email.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we have Ravina. You can start your presentation.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Let me share my screen.
Yes, sure.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, your screen is visible. You can start.
Kindly interrupt me if you found any internet issues from my side, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sure.
Good evening, all. I'm Ravina. I'm a BTech student pursuing my third year information technology and also working under the Hack with a Limited internship program in the web development team. This is my first presentation, and the task assigned for me is to design a doctor search website. We'll take a look. Excuse me. Ma'am, give me a couple of seconds. I can't move my slides.
Yeah, sure, sure. Now I can see.
Yeah. We'll take a look into the agenda. The first part is the introduction. Then we'll be discussing about how the website was developed. Then I'm going to take you to the demo section. At last, we'll be sharing some reference link from where I have learned and rectified my errors that I have faced throughout this process. So moving on to the introduction, to begin with, let me tell an example. I have a friend whose father is working under the government sector, and he used to get lots of transfer. Their family moved about 3 to 4 states in India within 10 years. So it is a really hectic task to adapt to the atmosphere in the surroundings, and people of family like them will find it difficult in an emergency situation in the healthcare issues. It is easy for native people, even though they found it difficult if they found any health issues. They didn't have any more before. So for this, the website is useful. What are the steps involved? I divided the whole process into 4 steps. First one is front end creation, and the second one is database development, and the third one is back end, that is connecting front end with the database. Fourth one is the deployment. So front end, I used HTML and CSS for front end. The universal example for HTML is a blueprint, and CSS is adding soul to it. For example, I'm getting a Barbie set in which I have a doll offered with many dresses in attractive colors and matching shoes and clips, etc. So the doll is the HTML, and styling it with various dresses and clips or hairstyles is CSS. And we can also make the doll dance or move in a particular movement through animation. That is CSS. That can also be done in CSS. So even the senior developers found it a hectic task to develop a front end for the big projects. To make this project, to make this process easier, we have AI. There are lots of AI. I used Figma and Locofy, and this is generated by the technique called low code. A man with basic engineering knowledge can also build their own web page. This is the motto of this technology. So using Figma, I can drag and drop the HTML components and give tag names and ID, class name, also add effects to them. But after creating a pretty front end with the Figma, how we are going to add the soul to them is to sync the front end picture developed using Figma, and can generate code for it in any framework as of our choice. I used HTML and CSS. We can also generate code for React.js and AngularJS as well. So in Locofy, we'll generate a code, and I exported it. I exported the zip file and extract all the code, and I run it in my browser. So that's about the front end. So all the beginners will find the front end development is frustrating, but once you get into it, and it will be interesting. I want to share that I'm getting interested in front end development by watching a YouTuber called Developer Rahul. He used to do many crazy things. If anybody interested can reach them. So while talking about database, my plan was to use MongoDB, as I have already done 2 projects in MongoDB for my lab exercise in college. I have experienced a bit of knowledge in both Atlas and Compass, but the web hosting service, that is 333 Web Host, uh, offered MySQL as the free database. It doesn't support MongoDB. So I went to the option MySQL. MySQL is a database, and PHP MyAdmin is nothing but it is a interface to interact with the MySQL. So once we're done with getting access, that is by host and database name, user ID, and the password. These 4 plays the major role in the database connection. Once we are done with that, we are free to create a database in the table and also the tables. I have created a table which contains about 8 to 9 attributes, which includes doctor's ID, doctor name, and ratings, experience, their specialty and location, along with their images. So database is as simple as it looks. Backend process, this needs some logic. I use PHP and jQuery. PHP is simply a server-side scripting language. It connects the MySQL query to the database. Once we get the structured query, before moving into the next step, testing with the Postman app is one of the essential steps. And the Postman app is very useful to check whether the logic we have written is right or not without any interface, that is, without any front end. Instead of giving input from the form, front end form, we are just give input in the Postman app and give a trial whether the logic is right or not. If yes, we can proceed it. If not else, we can recheck our logic. So once we are done with it, we can move to the jQuery part. It is a JavaScript library which connects the PHP to the front end. The PHP was already connected to the database, then it is connected to jQuery to make the web page dynamic. So after getting the output, it should be displayed in the web page. So that is done by the jQuery. jQuery is the jQuery will place the role in data request. On talking about the data request term, we have 2 methods, that is get method and the post method. It is a request from client side to the server side. Both are doing the same work, but post method have higher advantage when compared to the get method. Before entering any input, we have the link as name equal to question mark or password equal to question mark. After entering it, the details we have entered will be concatenated in the link, like name equal to in case Ravina, and the password is so on. And in the post method, the datas are hidden for security purpose. So in get method, as it is concatenating all the values, it can handle only a minimum number of datas. Whether in the post method, as it is using hidden process, there is no restrictions in the data size. So for the confidential data, to handle the confidential data, post method is recommended, highly recommended. So how I created a flow chart to visualize how it works. After entering the specialty and location we want to search the doctor, once we click the button, the click event trigger the jQuery to send the post request to that is PHP code, where we have a SQL query that is connected to the database. So that query will check whether there is a matching values, then fetch the data. Once the data is fetched, the result is processed and it is displayed as the records in the required format in our HTML response. That makes our page dynamic. In our case, I have 3 outputs, that is doctor found, no doctors, and the bad query. So this is the simple visualization of how it works. And at the last deployment part, once we are done with all the coding part, now we have to organize all the files we have used so far and want to upload it in the web hosting service that is in a through FTP. So in my case, I used 000 web host service. In there, the public HTML directory, I uploaded all my files. And the third one is to have domain. So while talking about domain, we have two levels, that is top level domain and the second level domain. This is my website. This is the link for my website. So in this, the top level domain is .com and the second level domain is my customized name, that is doctor website. This enables us to run my website from any other devices. So after that, testing and launching. Once we uploaded all the files and get a domain, we have to test our website with this link, whether all the images are accessible as a, if we are including an image which is in a folder, so while uploading it should be in a folder itself. And whether the page are navigating correctly, all those things should be done in the testing, and then our website is ready to launch. So demo session. So this is my website. So this is the interface with the nav bar. And the first page is just to tell what's the website is and how it is working. So the main services, the 3 steps to follow, and the review session, a banner, and the contact details. So we can navigate from within the page by clicking the navbar elements. So that's all about the front page. For searching, the go search, by clicking the go search button, we'll navigate to a search page where we have 2 fields, and at first we are having an empty field, that is specialty, doctor name, specialty area, hospital, and the experience. So to avoid misconception with the spellings, which will give bad results when matching the database, I prefer drop down. So let me take a cardiologist in Chennai. So once clicking this button, I can get the doctors found in your area, and the specialty area, hospital are updated with the information fetched from the database. So in case I'm giving dentist in Delhi, now it is updated as a dentist in Delhi and the hospital, their experience and the ratings. So we have about 4 doctors. So when we check for the condition which is not applicable, that is say pediatrician in Chennai. Oh yeah, we have the doctors, pediatrician in Chennai. We'll try some other city. For Delhi, we get no doctors found. So this is done by this database, as I have doctor ID, name, experience, rating, the doctor specialty, hospital location, and the image. So from this table, we are fetching the data. So additionally, I have the login and register page. So for registration, we can add doctor at gmail.com and doctor123. So I'm registering it. So registered successfully. We get an I registered successfully. Now, if we check the database, that is, now we are in the doctor's detail. I'm moving to the user details. So we are updated with the doctor at gmail.com and doctor123. All the other details are assigned by my trial. And once we are logged in, Once you're registered, we can move to the login page. So by giving the same data, gmail.com and doctor123. So, okay, I use caps for the doctor. Doctor123. Now the login is successful. Once I'm entering the wrong password as something ASDF, so it will show us invalid password. If I'm entering a name that is not in the database, like any cat, it will show the invalid username. So this is about a login and registration page. We can navigate to the home page as well. So that's all about the demonstration part. So up to my knowledge, the future updates that I can add is the doctor enrollment, that all the doctors can enroll themselves by adding their details like a name, their certifications, and their image that can be verified, and then they can give a verified badge so that the users who are searching for doctors can see their profile. So the user review, while as of now we are displaying the ratings simply from the database like 5 stars and 4 stars. Instead we can have user review for each doctor. In case I'm meeting a gynecologist, so I can give a review under her profile itself, so it will be useful for the future users. Query section is a general chatbot for maintenance of the website. Virtual appointments can have a video conference for the consulting doctor and the user patients. Also enable the payment option for the consultant fee. So references for developing the front end using Figma and Locofy. I verified I go through the Locofy official website. There is a clear guide, and it will be easy, and I can get it in half a day to use it. So PHP and query. I used Hackveda Limited playlist, which I was recommended when I assigned this task. And the database creation in the web host service, the YouTube channel AI John Villarreal is great to them. So at last, one different thing is the deceptive website error. While I'm in the mid of my project, when I'm trying to run my project in the Google, and it shows me that the website is deceptive. So after going through the reasons, I got that we have to allow permission for some sites. So this is something useful for me, but still now I didn't update that. I'm using the another browser for it for the safety purpose. So open to question and answer session. Also can have reviews and comments about my presentation. Can contact me through my mail if any other future interns have any doubts regarding this project. Thank you.
Yes, Ravina, your presentation was quite good, as well as your project. I really like your website that you have designed. So
Thank you.
Do you have put the nuances as well when the user is logging and registering? So you have put nuances like if any of the field gets empty, then you will get error message, or like email is wrong. So you are giving those functionalities as well in your website?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you can wait. And do you have made this website as responsive?
No, ma'am, as Locofy didn't support anything like responsive.
Rest, how is your experience while working on this project?
Ma'am, actually, we'll be back in the screen, ma'am, once it.
Yeah, sure.
can't get to the screen, full screen.
Actually, I cannot see demonstration side.
Says, ma'am, is my screen visible now?
Yeah, your screen is visible, but I cannot see that website that you have
Okay.
designed.
Yeah, this is my website.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Hmm.
Okay, so I was asking that how is your experience? What are the challenges you faced? Do you would like to add anything more?
Yeah, ma'am, I used to build projects using simply HTML and CSS and Node.js connecting MongoDB in my school, in my college projects. When I'm exposed to this project, all the details were mentioned in my task were new to me. The Figma and the web host service, and the database, that is MySQL. All the things took time to learn, but
Yeah,
yes, have feeling that I can learn something and work in it. So in each process, that it has its own difficulties. So but overcame all, and still now I'm having just before my presentation, I once I get the deceptive error problem in my Google Chrome, I moved to the Microsoft Edge. Just 15 minutes before my presentation, the Microsoft Edge is also showing that the website is dangerous to use.
okay,
So, so you have to file this issue to the Microsoft Edge, and it will take time to process it, right? So I install Firefox in just in 10 minutes, and using it. Actually, now the website is running in Firefox.
okay.
So
Nice,
have
good
to
to see.
I have to work on it later.
Okay, okay. This is all from my side. I will provide you scores on your email ID.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next we have Suhaib.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
sorry to interrupt. I just
No problem.
recently checked my model. It is working. Can I, demonstrate it?
Okay, you can demonstrate it.
Yeah. So this is my future prediction data IQ model, where the default data set is location data. So this the icon shows represent as the preparation. This shows as the training, and star mark shows as the evaluation. So on the basis of the latitude prediction, I predicted the longitude. So if the longitude rate is more than less than 50%, then the error rate is high. As we have to minimize the error rate, we have to score more of the longitude. So the longitude can be only scored on the basis of the latitude predictions. If the latitude scores are more on the basis of the algorithm wise, then the longitude score is also will be more than 50%. Then the prediction model can be accurate. So here the after training the location data set, I predicted here the destination of the latitude, and which is later on evaluated and made the latitude data set. So I can predict the longitude score and the latitude metrics. So after the training, I made the XG boost. XG boost is also an algorithm which is used here to predict the longitude. And here, while the preparation location prepared and trained and evaluated as the location of the end destination. So if I click any of the final model, I can also use as in Python and open the code, source code, and I can also make the changes in it. That's how the output is. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are right.
Yeah, that's it. Here, the 3 models.
Okay, okay. Okay, good to know that you are curious to
Yeah.
learn more about it and you just resolve the issue. This is a very good thing. While you are learning something new and you have worked hard on it, so it's quite good. And I will just mark it on your score, okay? Your demonstration
Thank
part
you.
is.
Thank you.
Next we have Suhaib. You can start your presentation.
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible, but you are not. Okay, okay, perfect.
Visible now?
Yes, yes. Now you're
So actually, my project was my presentation was scheduled yesterday, but midway during my presentation, my camera got disconnected with some accident. The sir yesterday, the Scrum manager, told me to present it today, so I'm doing it again.
okay.
Just
No problem. You can start.
so is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Mohammed Suhaib. I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in information technology from Loyola College in Chennai. Here in Hackveda, I'm interning as a web developer. So I'm part of the web developers group. This is actually my fourth task. It is getting started and a full walkthrough of Adalo. So for my previous two tasks, I was working for the project preparation phase for a real-time stock market data web application. So my task two was about the overview of project synopsis for a real-time web data stock market web application. And my task three was about the project timeline for a real-time stock market web application. Is my screen visible? Am I visible or not?
Yes, yes, your screen is visible as well as.
Okay. But for my task four, I was given just getting started in a full walkthrough of Adalo. It was not mentioned any specific website that I have to make. So since I worked for a real-time stock market application for my previous two tasks, I decided to continue with it and create a simple stock market type of application. Uh, uh, since I decided to make a simple website for that itself. Considering the time constraint and the limited resources available for no-code application, I couldn't add more advanced features like real-time API connections, etc., as it is available only for the paid version. But I have tried to add as much components and functionality as I can, and it's required for the task objective. Now let's begin with the presentation. First up, the agenda for my presentation today is I'll begin with the introduction. Then I'll state the objectives for this presentation, the task, and then I'll explain the features of Adalo. Then I'll show some snapshots for my website preview and database. And then I'll give a demonstration, not only the website which I have created, but I'll also demonstrate, I'll give a small walkthrough of how to use Adalo application to build websites. And then I'll finally end with the conclusion. So now let's begin with the introduction. Adalo is the no-code application to create web and mobile applications. Now, why do we need a no-code application? Consider this. Web developers are required to prepare applications by clients, but clients are unpredictable. Sometimes they are okay with taking long time to create a fully functional, fully fledged website using traditional stack tools, but sometimes they may want it urgently. Like sometimes a client may come and tell you to make a website for him within a week. Now, in such cases, we can't go for the traditional tools. For example, for my task three, when I was giving a project timeline for a real-time stock market web application, I mentioned that it could take 2 months to create using MERN stack, that is fully fledged web application using actual stack tools and API integration. It would take 2 months for an average web developer to make it. But for this task, I was told to make a website within a week. Now, in these cases, we can't go for the traditional tools. We have to go for applications like Adalo. I've managed to create a simple app website in a week, but of course, it doesn't have all the functionalities and it has many limitations, but still it is possible to build a web application within a week. How is it possible? It is possible only through no-code applications like Adalo. Adalo is just one among many such applications available in the market. It is easy to create all types of applications like web applications as well as mobile apps, including iOS and Android. It also allows us to publish these apps for these platforms. One of the most attractive features for choosing Adalo is it allows the ability to drag and drop components as per a requirement into the project or the website that we're building. So the main objectives for this task is to learn how to use Adalo, learn its features and functionalities, and then use whatever that we have learned to build a simple website. For this case, I decided to go with a simple stock application, and then I have to demonstrate the website as well as give a small walkthrough of how Adalo works. So the main features of Adalo is we have pre-built components available. That is, when you see a website, there are many components like buttons, icons, etc. These are all pre-built and available that we can customize to our liking. And then we also have built-in data collections, that is a database options. And then we also have a drag and drop interface. That is, we can just drag and drop whatever components we need onto our project. We also have cross-platform support. That is, we can build these apps for desktop as well as mobile, etc. That is the
Sorry
responsive
for
design is available.
interruption, Suhaib, you are not visible right now. Now,
No,
perfect. Yes, yes.
I'm sorry about it. It keeps turning on and off.
No problem.
Okay, so cross-platform support is available, and then we also have API integration. Now, API integration is not free. We have to have a paid version of the application to use the API integration, and then we can also publish. That is also a paid feature. We also have pre-built templates. That is, for example, if you want to build a traveling website, that is to maintain your travels like a dictionary. There is a pre-built template available to build a traveling website. There are also view analytics available. That is, you can view analytics of how many people have visited your website and stuff like that. Now I'll give a website preview. That is, I've included some snapshots from the development stage. I'll explain it briefly here, but then I'll explain it more in detail while I'm going through the walkthrough of the Adalo application. So this is the main project area. I have included all my screens, that is all my pages that are available in my application. So we have the welcome page, the login, sign up, home. Then we have from home, we can go to, you can use the navigation section to go to about, news, portfolio, etc. And then we also have options to check our profile, update our profile. Then we can view data about each stock in a stock info page. And then in portfolio, we have options to add stocks, remove stocks. We can view the stocks as well, the stock info. These are the basic options that we have. That is the menu, left side menu that we have in our Adalo application. So this shows us all the screens that we have in our project. This shows all the branding. That is, we can set the primary color for our website, the secondary color, background color, text color, etc. We can customize it to our liking. And then we have database collections. It is being given so simply, that is, we don't need to go through all the process of writing MySQL and stuff like that. It is pre-built. We can just add to database different collections, and then we can add data to the different collections. These are the databases that I have used, the 4 databases. The first one is the users. It includes detail about each user, that is each users that sign up to our website. All their data will be stored here, the email, password, username, full name, image, contact, etc. This portfolio is actually a link, a relation between the users and the portfolio. So it makes a link so that we can maintain which user has which portfolio. Portfolio, we can maintain data about the stocks that the people have added to their portfolio. We have a name, open, high, about the different stock data. We can also add the logo, about a few lines about the stock, and then the contact. Then we have stocks itself. This is a different collection, database collection. Here we have the actual stock details, the original one, before adding to our portfolio. Everything about the stock, the logo, about, etc. is available here. This is a different database. I have a collection I have created for a news section. We have a news section where real-time news can be added. Now, since API integration is not available, I decided to go with a database option. I've added some news stories, headlines, etc., like headline, description, and image with a link to that actual website, the location for the news. I've added in this database collection. Now I'll go with the demo. I'll give a demonstration of not only the Adalo application, but I'll also demo my website that I've created. So this is the main page for the Adalo web application. That is the page where you can build your own application. We'll see one by one. First here, you can name your application. Like I've created two applications using this. One is the stock finder, which is what we're going to see today. And I've created one called ODC for travel. And you can also create a new app here. You can name your application here, etc. This is the main panel where you can add all the stuff, components, etc. to your application. First, this is the plus symbol is for adding the components and screens. First, we have add components. You can search whatever components you want, but it's also given in labels so that you can easily find whatever you're looking for. Like we have the most used one, like text button, simple list, app bar, forms, images, etc. We also have like navigation, lists. We can add the different types of lists that we want. Buttons, etc. You can just drag and drop wherever you want to place it in your stuff. Now, some stuff may not be already available pre-installed. You can install them from the marketplace. There are free things available. There are paid things available. Like for example, in my home page here, I have added charts. Now the chart option was not available pre-installed, so I had to install it. You can see here in my install section, I've added the charts that I have used here. Now the second option here is add screen. You can use different type. For example, here you can see this is the welcome screen. This is the login screen. Similarly, we can add whatever we want. We can add it for different layout as well, like for desktop or for a mobile. So we have different types of screens, all the pre-built templates available that we can easily drag and drop and use. For example, if you see here, we have account settings where you can keep update the profile section, etc. We have welcome and onboarding pages, stuff like that. Then second option we have here is branding. We can choose the colors and the fonts that we want for our website. Now fonts, they are given limited options only. Others are all locked and we have to pay for it. Colors, we can choose anything we want. This is the screens option. It will show all the screens that we have in our project. You can view all the screens here. For example, if I click the home screen, we can see all the components that are present in the home screen. Like if I click, see this is the bar chart that is present here. This is the line chart that I have kept here. Similarly, top navigation. So we can see all these things here. This is the database collection option. This is the main part. This database part. You can click add to database to create a new collection. These are the four things that I have, four collections that I have created. For example, if you click here, we can see all the fields, the columns that I have added. For example, if you want to add property, we can just click this and add a property that you want. We can add relationships as well. If you go inside, we can view and edit the records for it. If, for example, I have only one user that is I myself that I use for trial purpose. Email, the password is hidden so that even we cannot see that except the user. Then we have contact, portfolio, and stuff like that. Is my camera not available now again?
Yes. It's not visible.
I'm sorry, I don't know what. It's saying Zoom is unable to detect the camera, but
Try if possible, otherwise you can continue.
can I continue as I've already finished mostly.
Okay, you can continue.
Thank you. So here also we can see view and edit record. We have the portfolio section. Each things we can view and edit. For example, if I click here, then we can change the values, we can change the images, about section, etc. Then the other option is we have settings. We can give the app name, the description of the app if we want, image if we want. We can create our own logo. It will take us to a separate page. Display settings, all these settings that we want, we can keep it. This publish option is used to publish our website, but it is not available for a free version. We have to pay for it. The analytics section, we can view how many people have viewed our website for the last 30 days, and we can change this so that we know how many people are visiting it and what is happening here. This is the version history, so it is also a paid feature. We can't use it for free. It will show us the design version that each updation that we have made. Now let us see our main project itself. You can, if you want to do anything like style, you can just click on the component. For example, if I click here, and then this is the top navigation bar, we can change the color differently if we want. We can keep the width, the title. For example, here the title, you can see I've added an image for my application stock finder. You can change the different logos here. Similarly, for each stuff here, we have options to customize it to our liking. And then links options are available here to connect the different screens. For example, this is my profile image. Here I have given a link so that it will take me to a profile page. On click action. That is, if I click this, then it has to take me to a profile image screen. So as you can see here, it has a link here from home to a profile page. So if I click that, it will take me here. And then from here, I have given a link. So for example, for this edit detail button, I have given a link. It will take us to update profile page. So it will take us here and we can update our profile. There are also other options that you can keep. For example, if you can see here, there is a sign out button, and I have given an action to log out. So if I click this, I log out of my application. So basically, all these different actions you can give to your website. So these are the different images that are present. So this is basically how you use Adalo to build your application. Now, if we want to view, we can only do a preview with a free version. We can't actually publish it. So if you want to preview our application, you can just click this. So this is the actual website that I've created, and we can use it like a normal user would. So we have two options here. Immediately on the welcome page, we can either sign up if you are a new user. If you already have an account, you can click this. It will take us to a login page. Now, since I already have an account, Chrome has pre-filled my details here. Since I have saved my details in Chrome password, we can just click login. It will take us to a home page. This is our home page. We have the navigation bar. So we have different pages like home, about, views, and portfolio. This is our profile icon. We can click this to visit our profile page. So let's see one by one. These are the main stocks that I have added in my database. It is visible here. For example, if I click Apple, it will take us to a stock info page where we can see the information about Apple, like the name of the company, the name of the stock, about open, high, low, close, volume. That is all the stock details that is available. Then we can go back here. Similarly, if you want something else, for example, Tesla, we can view it in the similar way. Then we have our charts here. We have the stock open, stock low. So basically, it takes the database details from all of these stocks that are present, and you can see the x-axis. We have the names of the stocks, and on the y-axis, that is the details about for example, this property, that is the stock open property. It shows us Apple is standing here. Microsoft is here with the highest stock open cost. Similarly, we can see for others like stock volume and stock low. Then we go to the wait, I'll show the profile page. So we have the profile page. We can view our details. Like for example, we can view our profile image, name, email ID, the account, contact, email, etc. We can edit our details here. So for example, if you want to change something else, then you can change it and click here. Else we can just go back here like this. So for sign out also, sign out or delete account, we can do like this. But we'll see the other pages first. So we have the about page here. It shows, I have added some simple details about the company itself, like about the company, what we offer, our team, and how to contact us, etc. This is just a static page to show some information about the company. And then we have a news page here. So we have the headline, a basic description about the news, and then the image. Now, actually, I've added links to this so that, for example, if I click this, it takes us directly to the link of the actual news site. So for example, CNBC has published this news story. So it takes us to this actual page. And then we have the portfolio page. Here we can add the stocks that we are interested in, that we are actually investing in. For example, I've added Apple here. Now, if I want to add something else, you can click add stock. I have a drag down list so that we can choose which stock we want. For example, if I want to add Tesla, I can click this. I can add stock. It is immediately added here. If we go back here in the database section, we can see that the portfolio, it now shows 2 records because I have added another one here. If you want to delete it, we can delete it as well. Like if I click this, Apple is deleted. Now I can go back. If you see here, just Tesla is present. I've deleted my Apple stock from my portfolio. If you go back here, it now changes. I think it takes time to refresh, but it's actually deleted from the database. These are so if I click this, we can view about the stock info from our portfolio page as well. I've created a link to a stock info page from here as well. So basically, these are all the features in my website. I've added as much components and lists and charts as everything I can. The only thing I couldn't do is add real-time API because this Adalo only offers it in a in a paid version. And anyway, as per my task details, I'm not required to do that as well. So I didn't do that. If you want to sign out, we can just go here and click sign out. It will take us back to our welcome page. So we have to log in again if you have an account. So basically, that's all about that. Now I will go back to my presentation. So after the, I'll now show some I will now explain some challenges, some of the challenges that I have faced while creating this website through Adalo. There are many challenges. These are the most prominent ones that I have selected. So first, limited options. I mean, there are many options that are present, but many options they have created as a paid version only. So for free users, they can't use that. So there are limited options available. So I've added the paywall that is present because we have limited free to use features, and occasional lagging issues because initially when I was when I was developing the application, I had many times issues where I couldn't log in properly. There were some security issues as well. Windows Defender was showing some issues about how it is not a safe website and stuff like that. So these are some of the issues that are present in Adalo. In conclusion, the dawn of no-code website building applications has ushered in a new era of inclusivity and efficiency. That is, anyone can create websites now using applications, using no-code applications like Adalo. The power to create now resides in the hands of everyone, regardless of their coding knowledge and their coding prowess. Anyone can create it if they want, because it is just everything drag and drop. anyone can do it. No coding knowledge is required, and it also cuts down the time spent. So as I said, mentioned earlier, it takes like 2 months to create a full-fledged application using uh, uh, traditional stack tools. But we can use these tools like no-code applications like to create quickly in like a week itself. So it comes with some limitations. That is, obviously it helps a lot in many ways, but there are also some limitations like API integrations and stuff like that, which and also the speed with which we can open the website. If you use Node.js, etc., it efficiently it increases the efficiency, loading speed, etc. That is not possible using no-code applications. But still, it is a good thing. There are many benefits with it, and also one of the main drawbacks is it has no access to code. That is, we can't view the HTML, CSS code, etc. from for the website that we have created. We just have to view the templates that is the screen. It basically it is a revolution in web development, but it comes with a lot of drawbacks. That is what I can conclude with this. So these are the references that I have used while creating this application. First, this is the actual Adalo website that I used to learn about how to build this stuff, etc. And I learned about no-code applications. This is a YouTube video for a walkthrough that I used to learn how to use Adalo. And then I had a problem while linking the databases. I didn't know how to use the relationships. So I used this YouTube video to learn about how to connect one database collection to another and how to add relationships. So that's all. I'm done with my presentation. If anybody has any questions, you can ask me. Thank you for your time.
Okay, Suhaib, your presentation was quite well. And from my perspective, you covered almost all the aspects of the requirement that was given to demonstrate the Adalo and how it's working and etc. This is all, but if it's possible for you to resolve the issue of your camera, then it will be better for future
Yes,
presentation. Okay. Do you
I
have
think
any
it's some
questions?
problem. I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Thank you for attending this meeting.
Next, we have Tanu. You can start your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, is my screen visible to you?
No, not yet.
Just a minute. Now, ma'am.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Myself Tanu from AWS Cloud Computing Department. So my today presentation is on cloud computing application in stock marketing investing. So now this is the today's agenda of my PPT. So what do you understand by cloud computing? What are the services model? And after that, what are the deployment models? And what are the cloud services provider in the cloud computing? And after that, what are the cloud computing in the stock marketing investment? What are the main components and the key components relating to the cloud computing? After that, what are the AWS services for the cloud-based stock marketing investment? And what are the main advantages of using AWS for stock marketing investment? And last, conclusion. So before moving to our presentation, first of all, I would like to give you a story that before cloud computing, like we can nearly around 2005 or 2006. So we have to start our own business. So many challenges are faced. So we have to set up our own infrastructures, means we have to set up our own hardware and we have to set up our own server and we have to manage ourselves. So these are the challenges we faced before cloud computing. So what are these? First of all, we have to invest heavily for setups, means we have at that time servers are of huge cost. So we have to invest heavily for setup when we are start our own business before cloud computing. And the second one is we have to invest on the resources, means like we have to own our softwares, and we have to own our app host. And the third one is scalability, and the fourth one is the less time to focus on business, means we have in this the main limitation is that we can't experiment on that resources because of huge costs. So these are the challenges faced before the cloud computing when we are set up our own business. So how cloud computing helps? So basically we can relate that cloud computing is analogous to electricity supply, means we can relate to electricity supply, like when we are consuming the electricity we have to pay for that. So it is basically same as that the cloud computing is also related to the electricity supply. And second one is you have to pay what we use, means in cloud computing the resources and the sources we are using, we have to pay only that, means there are no upfront fees to pay for this. And the third one is the somebody else manage the service, means we have to just deploy our code, we have not to means this is the main cloud computing helps when we set up our own business. Here we can we can here experiment all the resources, and we can see our resources. Here we can't manage the resources. So this is how cloud computing help when we start up our own business. So what do you mean by cloud computing? So basically, in simple words, we can say that it enables on-demand services like compute, storage, networking, etc., or like database migration, and we can access through the internet only. And here the user is not required to manage these resources. Here the cloud computing means that we are using the resources or the service they manage. We have to basically focus on our business or on our resources. So this is cloud computing. So there are so many features in cloud computing it provides. So there are four features, main features, key features. So first of all, it is scalable, means that we can easily adjust our resources to meet our needs, whether we need more storage or processing power. And second one is it operate a pay as you go model, means allowing us to pay for the resources we use, and which is can be cost effective. And the third is it is basically offers the flexibility, means we can access our data and application from anywhere. And additionally, cloud computing basically a high level security with our data encryptions and backups, ensuring the safety of our recovery capability. And the last is disasters and the security, means here it allows us to quickly restore our data and the applications in the event of the system failure or the natural disaster. So these are the main features of the cloud computing. So now coming to the cloud service model. So there are the three main cloud services models, which are AWS, PWS, and SWS. So AWS stands for infrastructure as a service, means here we have to configure in this, means in this we have to manage our data, applications, compiler, networking. Here the cloud computing manage like virtualizations, servers. So here we can take the example like we can take the AWS services provider here where we have to configure that. And the second one is platform as a service, means this is like we can take the example like Oracle, Java runtimes, means we have to just deploy our codes. We have not to worry about that in the backend, how to run that code. No, we have to just upload our codes, and we can take the example like Java. That's and the last one is software as a service. Software as a service is the main cloud service model, and it is the easiest platform. So here we have to not to configure and not to manage. Here we have to just manage our data and the application, compiler, all everything cloud computing manage. And here we can take the example like Microsoft Office or the Google. So now coming to the cloud deployment models. So there are four main cloud deployment models. So first is public. Public, it is basically a free available for this, and it is the largest public cloud, and it is basically cheap, and it is a high security, and we can set up easily and quickly to our requirements. And the second one is private, And private, it is basically ensure security and control all the sensitive data transfer private users. And it is, we can compare to the public cloud deployment model. It is costly and it is less fast and flexible in adaptations. And the third one is hybrid. It is the combination of both, as well the public and the private of the cloud deployment models. And here it created both on private as well as public servers. And the last is community. It manufactures organization with other organization with similar interests. So these are the four main cloud deployment models in the cloud computing. So now coming to the popular cloud services provider. So many popular cloud services are there, but these are the four main cloud services provider: Amazon Web Services Cloud, Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, and IBM Cloud. So I'm using the Amazon Web Service, AWS. So now coming to the cloud computing in the stock market investment. So basically, cloud computing has become increasing day by day in stock marketing investment. So it provides a real-time data analysis and allowing to make our informed decisions and quickly. Additionally, basically cloud computing based on the platform that offers scalability and enabling to handle large values of the data. And it is a pay-as-you-go model and also help reduce cost for investors as they pay for the computing sources they use. And cloud computing also enhances the security measures, safeguarding and sensitive financial information. All over, cloud computing has revolutionized stock marketing investment and flexible, secure solution for the trading and the investor. So this is the cloud computing in the stock marketing investment. So now coming to the main key points in the cloud computing in the stock marketing investment. So these are the four main. First one is algorithm trading engine. Second one is market data adapter. And the third one is exchange or the broker adapter. And the last one is the data store. So the first one is the algorithm trading engine. It is basically we can take the example like trading strategies are created or be tested in this, and we can operate using historical or the real-time data managing interactions with many solutions component. And in market data adapter, it is basically feeds like engine with different data types such as a real-time market data, and we can use the historical price data and the other. And the third one is exchange or the broker adapter. It basically manages the interactions with the exchange of the broker to place or revoke order status or other tasks. And the last one is the data store. It provides a durable and secure data repository and using by the algorithm trading engine. So these are the four main key components of the cloud computing in the stock marketing. Now coming to the AWS services for cloud-based stock marketing investment. So basically, there are 5 main AWS offers a service that are beneficial for the cloud-based stock marketing investment. So first one is AWS Data Exchange. So what do you understand by AWS Data Exchange? Basically, it allows us to securely find, subscribe, and use third-party data sets, including financial and the market data, to enhance our investment strategies. And the second one is AWS S3. So AWS S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. It is basically provide a scalable and durable objects that allow us to store and retrieve the data such as historical stock prices in a cost-effective manner. And the third one is Amazon Athena. It basically enables us to analyze our data store in S3, which is simple store service. And it makes easier to uncover insights and the trends in our stock marketing data. And the fourth one is AWS Glue. This service is basically help us to prepare and transform and load data from various sources into a data lake or the data warehouse. And the fifth one is Amazon SageMaker. It is basically a fully managed machine learning service that allow us to build and train and deploy our machine learning models. It can also be used for developing predictive models to analyze stock market trends and inform the investment decisions. So these are the AWS services provide the necessary tools and the infrastructure to support our cloud-based stock marketing investment and enable us to efficiently manage and analyze financially data for better investment strategies. So these are the AWS services for cloud-based stock marketing investment. So now coming to the advantages of using AWS for stock marketing investment. So these are the advantages. It is basically a pay-as-you-go model, means we have not to pay up upfront investment, and it is basically a continuous provided by the AWS services, and it is easy to access and quickly ability to access the technology, and it is agility it provides. So these are the main advantages of using the stock marketing investment in the cloud computing. So now coming to the conclusions about the cloud computing application in the stock marketing investment. So in conclusion, basically cloud computing has revolutionized stock marketing investment by providing the real-time data analysis or scalability, cost effectiveness, and enhanced security measures. AWS services like Data Exchange, S3, which is simple storage services, AWS Athena, AWS View, and the AWS SageMaker offer valuable tools for managing and analyzing stock marketing investment, and can inform decisions and handle a large amount of data volumes and optimize their investment strategies. So cloud computing has become an essential component in the modern stock marketing landscape. So this is the conclusion about the cloud computing application in the stock marketing investment. So these are the references links. I have taken the help from this. So these are both the links. We can go through this. And so any question, please may ask. If any query, here is my email ID. So yeah, thank you.
Yes, Tanu, your presentation was quite well and you maintained a good flow. Actually, you cover all the aspects as it required while giving a professional presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you have any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I will provide you scores and feedback on your team.
Okay, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am. Next, we have Kirti. You can start your presentation.
Am I audible or visible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible as well as visible.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Is my visible screen?
Still, I cannot see. I can see a black screen. Please try once again. Yeah, now it's visible.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kirti. I'm from Cloud Computing Department, and my project name is Cloud Engineer Internship Program. And my task name is how to set up an Amazon RDS instance. So today we know about that how to set up an Amazon RDS instance. Today our agenda is know about what is Amazon RDS, features of Amazon RDS, benefits of Amazon RDS, and how to set up an Amazon RDS with live demonstration. And last is conclusion. First is what is RDS? RDS stands for Relational Database Service. Amazon Relational Database Service is a web service that makes it easier to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the AWS Cloud. It provides cost-effective, resizable capacity for an industry-standard relational database and manage common database administrative tasks. And these are the AWS RDS database engine. First is MySQL, PostgreSQL, Microsoft SQL Server, and Oracle, and Amazon Aurora, and last is MariaDB. So first is MySQL. MySQL is the world most used and popular relational database, and Amazon RDS provide an easy way to set to set up and operate and scale. You can use the code which you writing, because RDS for MySQL cover all version of MySQL. And second is PostgreSQL. You can deploy scalable and highly available Postgre relational database using RDS and connect them. It only take minutes to deploy a PostgreSQL instance, and RDS Postgre provide the same functionality as the traditional PostgreSQL. So you can just dump or upload your local database into the RDS. And this is the features of Amazon. Oh, sorry. Third is my Microsoft SQL Server. A Microsoft relational database is called the SQL Server. Multiple edition of SQL Server like 2008 R2, 2012, 14, 16, 17, including Express, Web Standard, and Enterprise are merged with Amazon RDS. So whatever code your application is built with can be applicable in the RDS. And Oracle relational database is called Oracle database. Amazon Aurora is a MySQL and Postgre compatible relational database which is built for the cloud for providing simplicity and cost effectiveness of open source database with the availability and performance of a traditional enterprise database, 5 times faster than standard MySQL and 3 times faster than standard PostgreSQL. And last is MariaDB. MariaDB basically is created by original creators for MySQL, and it is very popular in creating PHP based application. All version of MariaDB is covered by the Amazon RDS, and these are the features of Amazon RDS. First is easy to administer, available and durable, and security feature. And last is fast processing. Easy to administer, AWS RDS make it simple to travel from project conceptions to deployment. And important
Sorry for interruption, Kirti. Are you changing your slides as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I can see you still on the second slide. I thought you are just explaining. Please see the issue.
Ma'am, now?
No, still you are on the second slide.
Now, ma'am?
No, still the slides are not changing. Try to reshare the. Okay, now I can see the featured slide. Okay.
Now, ma'am?
Still, okay, let me wait. Yeah, now I can see feature slide. Please change 2-3 slides so that I can confirm you.
Okay, ma'am, wait. Now, ma'am?
No, slides are not changing. I guess it is stuck on one slide. You have, are you sharing your entire screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Then please see, because you are, I guess, moving the slides, but I cannot see the changing slides. Yeah, now it's changing.
Now, ma'am, is visible.
Yeah, you can start.
So these are the features of Amazon RDS. Second is easy. First is easy to administer and available. Second is available and durable, and security feature and fast processing. Easy to admire. In this, very important thing is no need for infrastructure providing, and no need for putting in and maintaining information software package. And second is available and durable. Amazon RDS runs on a similar extremely reliable infrastructure employed by the by alternative Amazon Web Service. And after the surveillance of a multi available zone disable instance, Amazon RDS replicated the data to a standby instance in a different availability zone. And third is security feature. Amazon RDS make it simple to manage network access to your database. And fast processing. Amazon RDS support the four most exciting database application. The user has to choose from two SSD backed storage option. The first one is optimized for high performance application, and the second for different cost effective general use. uh, and these are the
I cannot see the slides
now
other
ma'am.
than your features. No, you are sharing your demonstration part.
No ma'am, benefit of
No, I cannot see. Now I can see the benefits slide.
okay. Now ma'am.
Yeah, you are on your benefits slide only.
Okay ma'am, first is these are the benefit of Amazon RDS. First is administration burden is reduced, and second is cost effective. Third is security. Fourth is high availability, and fifth is scalability, and last is free tier. First is using RDS, you can easily deploy the database from project conception to production. And second thing is there is no need to install any database software and provide the infrastructure. And AWS automatically install the latest software patches to the RDS instance which you have launched. And second is cost effective. You just pay for you what you use and nothing more. uh, Third is security. Using AWS key management service, you can create an encryption key for maintaining security and authorize access for your database. And fourth is high availability. The high availability, the automated recovery feature of RDS enable point in time recovery for your database instance, and multiple availability zone provide high availability and durability across the globe. And scalability, it just take a few minutes to scale your infrastructure up or down, and you can scale up to maximum of 32 vCPU and 244 GIB. And free tier, AWS give you a free tier usage of Amazon RDS for 750 hours per month for 12 months. Come to the demo part. So firstly, go to your AWS management console. I have already logged in my account.
I cannot see the demonstration part. Kirti.
Now ma'am.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Okay ma'am, these are the this is a AWS management console account. And this is the dashboard, and here service. And this is the search bar. You can also search RDS. Yes, just click on the RDS. Ma'am, my screen is visible.
No, it stopped now only. Is there any issue, Kirti? Because I cannot see your screen.
Ma'am, there are a network issue.
Yeah, I think so.
Ma'am, can I leave and rejoin meeting?
Okay, you can try if it's possible for you to continue with the same internet speed, or you can give in another session as well.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, you can check once if it's possible for you to continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Kirti, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it possible to continue, or you can give your presentation in next session? Yes, Kirti. Are you able to resolve the issue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we can start.
Ma'am, screen is visible.
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Okay, ma'am. So firstly, log in into our AWS management console and go to the service, and you can also search uh, your service in the search bar. So I writing RDS. Just click on the RDS. It will take time. Just click on the RDS and open the RDS portal. In the RDS portal, we need to create database. Yes. So just click on the create database. These are two database creation methods. So I choose standard create and just scroll down. These are the engines, and I choose MySQL. Yes, and just scroll down. This is the latest version of MySQL, and scroll down. And templates, I choose free tier and scroll down. In the setting, we customize the database instance identifier. We giving the name and just scroll down and customize the master username. And scroll down and give the password and confirm the master password. Hmm. Yes. And scroll down and choose the and storage are by default, and just scroll down and connectivity and choose one subnet and one availability zone. There are, yes, 3 subnets and 3 availability choose, and just scroll down and click on the create database. It will take time to launch. It will take time to launch. So we have already launched a database, which name is database 1. So I just through this database I see. Yes. In this database, status is available, engine, class, reason. So this is the how to set up an Amazon RDS. So back to the your presentation. And conclusion. In this presentation, Amazon Relational Database Service is a fully managed service provided by AWS that make it easy to deploy, scale, and maintain relational database in the cloud. RDS supports multiple database engine. Ma'am, my screen is visible?
No,
Oh, sorry,
your
ma'am.
presentation is not visible.
Now, ma'am,
Yeah, now it's visible.
ma'am, in this presentation, Amazon Relational Database Service is a fully managed service provided by AWS that makes it easy to deploy, scale, and maintain relational database in the cloud. RDS supports multiple database engines such as MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server, and it handles routine database administration. Tasks such as backup, software patching, and hardware scaling. These allow user to focus on their application and business logic rather than the underlying infrastructure. And this is the Q&A. Thank you so much, ma'am. I have done my PPT. And sorry for disturbance, ma'am.
Yeah, I was just about to say that from next time, try to sit with proper internet connection. Though
Okay.
your presentation was good. Okay, do you have any idea that what is the difference between Amazon RDS and Amazon EC2?
No, ma'am, sorry.
Okay, you can read more about it. Okay, so please try to sit with proper internet connection.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
This is all from my side. I will provide you scores on your email.
Ma'am, my feedback.
Yeah, feedback I will provide you on your email itself. Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. And next we have Pranjal. You can start your presentation.
Ma'am, my presentation was on 16, but due to suffering from eye flu, I'm giving it today.
Okay, no problem. You can start.
And is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. You can start.
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Pranjal, and I'm from Java Developer Group. So, today I'm going to present task 3, which is to read CSV historical data of stock market in Java. So, now here are the so here are the contents. So first we start from the introduction, then we go through the methods and importance, and then we go through the implementation, conclusion part, and then the frameworks. So first, the CSV stands for comma separated values, and it is widely used file format for storing and exchanging like a tabular data. So in a CSV file, data is organized in rows and columns. So CSV files are plain text files, which make them easy to create, edit, and read using various software applications. So values within each row are separated by a delimiter, which is commonly a comma, but there are other delimiters also like tabs or semicolons. Next, we'll see the methods. So, methods to read CSV file in Java. There are basically three methods which we can use to read a file in Java. First is the using buffer reader. So this it is the Java inbuilt library class to read the CSV file line by line and then split each line into individual values using a delimiter. Next is using Apache Common CSV library. So it is also another popular library that provides utilities for working with CSV files. Now third one is using OpenCSV library. So OpenCSV is also a popular third-party library that simplifies reading the and writing CSV files in Java. So first we need to add the OpenCSV dependencies in our project, and then we can use CSV reader class for our CSV files. Next see the importance, like now why reading CSV file is important for stock trading application. So first reason is data import and historical analysis. So stock trading application often needs to import historical price and trading volume data for analysis. So CSV files containing historical data can be easily processed to perform the technical and fundamental analysis, which helps to visualize what the data is. Next is the back testing. So by reading these files, the traders can conduct a back testing to evaluate how their trading strategies would have performed in different market conditions. Next is performance monitoring. So CSV data also allows traders to monitor their performance of their and the strategies over time to time. Next is reduced data storage complexity. So CSV files offer a straightforward approach to storing and managing historical data. It reduces complexity with like database systems. So next we see the implementation, like how we implement. So yeah, so here I'm using the Eclipse IDE. So here first we import some Java libraries. So first one is the buffer reader. So buffer reader is a more it provides the most best efficient way to read lines of text from the file. Next we import a file io.file. So file class is used to represent a file path. Next is file reader. So sorry, file not found exception. So it is it is a class for if specified file is not found. It's just an exception class. Next is the file reader class. So it is used to open the file for reading. And again is the IO exception. This caused if there is any error occur while reading the file. So now I have created a class. Then is the main function, and then I have here I have import my file, I mean my CSV file. Then we have I am using the try and try function for exception handling, try statement for exception handling. And here also I have done some calculations for calculating the volatility. So first we see what is volatility. So volatility refers to the degree of variation or fluctuation in the price of a stock market over time. So we can calculate volatility by using its has a most common formula, which is the high prices minus the low, then it's overall divided by the open prices. So volatility also helps investors and traders to access the potential risk, so they can find out what are the risks of an investment. It provides day-to-day fluctuations in prices. So let's see. Here, yes. So this is the CSV file which I read, and I have also added a column of volatility to find out the daily fluctuations in prices. So we can also find out like what are the fluctuations happening daily in the trading market. So now coming back to my presentation. Yeah. So then now we see the conclusion part. So overall, CSV, a comma separately file, is widely accepted format for data interchange because it has the it is very simple and straightforward. So the ability to read CSV file helps developers to smoothly exchange data between software applications and systems. And CSV data can be used to create a graphical representations such as charts and also visualizing the price movements, or we can also find out the ranges of daily changes in prices. So these are the references which I have used. Any questions you can ask? Thank you.
Yes, Pranjal, your presentation is quite good. I think you have not added the email ID on your question slide. If it's not, you can add it, because if someone want to approach you, then they can contact you. Rest everything was okay. I can provide you your scores and feedback on your email. Okay. So guys, I was saying we can continue our further presentation in next session. If anyone have any problem, then or any urgent, you can present right now. Or if you are not means currently available, or can you present in the next session? Am I audible? Please confirm me if it's right for all of you who are left with the presentation session. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
I am today present.
Okay. So, okay, you can give if you are available right now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Ma'am,
Yes.
actually, we need to reschedule the meet, ma'am, or
No,
we can directly join.
yeah, you can directly join when we have further session. You can directly join.
Okay, ma'am. Tuesday or Monday, ma'am?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
My screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, ma'am. So good evening, everyone. My name is Rakhi. My project name is Cloud Engineering Internship Program, and my task allotted to me create an Elastic Beanstalk environment, and I'm from to cloud computing group. So this is the content of my task. First is introduction. How does Elastic Beanstalk in AWS work? AWS Elastic Beanstalk benefits, live demonstration, EC2 versus Elastic Beanstalk, features of Elastic Beanstalk, and conclusion. So let's move on next slide. So first is introduction. So Amazon Web Service provides 200 more than services, each of which exposes an area of functionality, while the variety of services offers flexibility for how you want to manage your AWS infrastructure. It can be challenging to figure out our AWS services used and how to provision them. And with the Elastic Beanstalk, it is a managed platform as a service that make it easy to deploy, manage, and scale web application and services. In simply, developers simply upload their code to the AWS cloud and then let the AWS and it let them AWS Elastic Beanstalk provision and handle the configurations for you. And Elastic Beanstalk supports applications developed in Go, Java, Node.js, .js, PHP, Python, Ruby, and .NET. And in this, you can deploy your application with Elastic Beanstalk. It builds the selected supported platform version, provision one or more AWS resources on Amazon EC2 to run your application. So let's move on next slide. So how does Elastic Beanstalk in AWS work? So this is the process how to Elastic Beanstalk work in AWS. So first you need to create an application. You need to create an application, upload an application version in the application format, and after uploading the version, you can upload your version in many other platforms like Java, PHP, Python, Ruby, and others. It provides some information about the applications. After that, Elastic Beanstalk automatically launch an environment. It creates and configure the AWS resources that run your code and after that AWS Elastic Beanstalk manage our environment for to deploy and new application version. After that you create and deploy your application. You need to know about information about the application, including matrices, events and other environments status is available. So first available through the varieties Elastic Beanstalk includes CLI and API commands, and there are no cost applied for Elastic Beanstalk in AWS separately. You only pay for the only resources you used to run your application. Like for storage, you can use Amazon S3, and also the cost is not fixed. It can vary with the number of EC2 instance and size of the buckets and the configuration of the database instances. So let's move on next slide. So AWS Elastic Beanstalk benefits. So first there are 6 main benefits of Elastic Beanstalk. First is easy to start with. Second is auto scaling option. Third is developer productivity. Fourth is customization. Fifth is cost effective, and sixth is management update. So first is easy to start with. In this, it is a faster and a easy way to upload your local application and keep it running by uploading to Elastic Beanstalk. So next is auto scaling option. It does not care for scaling up or down Elastic Beans up or down whenever you required. If your application traffic increase or decrease, so Elastic Beanstalk automatically scale your application. Then is customization. So third is developer productivity. So developer productivity, you don't need to think about your uploading application online. You have to create on their application more secure and user friendly. Customization. AWS Elastic Beanstalks allow you to select the configures of the AWS service that you have to use with your application. For example, you consider Amazon EC2, you can change the AWS EC2 instance type. So next is the cost effective. Cost effective is the no cost involved in creating your applications when there is need for making it into the production of the application, then you can create your application bigger. Then last is management and updates. You need to worry about updating your application security to the change in the platform. The software patches, platform updates, and infrastructure management are taken by the AWS professionals. So I give a live demonstration how to deploy your application. So first we log in AWS account. Log back in. So go to the services, then search Elastic Beanstalk. Then go to the Elastic Beanstalk. So this is the dashboard of the Elastic Beanstalk. So Elastic Beanstalk use with easily deploy your web application in a minute. So first click on create application. So first is configure environment. So there, what is the environment? Environment is the collection of AWS resources used to run your application. So there are two types of environment. First is web server environment. Second is worker environment. So web server environment runs a website, web application, or API that server HTTP request. And second is worker environment. Run a worker application that process long running workloads on demand on perform task on a schedule. So, scroll down, then application information, give a application name. So I give ABC. Then application tags. Tags are optional. Environment information. Environment name. So we give our application name ABC. So by default give the name ABC env show the environment names. Next is domain. Give a domain name ABC123. Let's check the availability of domain. So it is available. If it is not available, then give the other domain name. Then click on this to give other name to domain. Environment description. Deploy application. Then platform. There are two types of platform: managed platform, custom platform. In managed platform, all the applications are managed by AWS Elastic Beanstalk. In custom platform, all the application is managed by Omen. Let's give a platform. Choose a platform. I choose a PHP platform. Then platform. This is the platform branch. Then platform version. After that, application code. Sample application, upload your application, then preset, single instance, then free tier eligible, single instance using spot instance. Then click on next. So this is the process. After that, so there are the steps to deploy your application in Elastic Beanstalk. First and second step are mandatory to deploy your application. Rest of three steps are optional to deploy your application. So configure service accesses. So service access. IAM roles. What is IAM? So AWS identity. IAM defines identity, access, and management. It is a web service that help you secure, control, access to AWS resources. With IAM, you can centrally manage your AWS resources, control with the AWS users access. You can use IAM to control you authenticated and authorized to use resources. And service role, create and use new service role. Second is use an exciting service role. So give it exciting service role name EC2 key pair name, then EC2 instant profile. Then next, third step is set up networking database and text. So set up networking database and text. VPC known, it is enabled to define a virtual network in your logical isolated area in AWS Cloud. You can create a VPC. You can create AWS resources such as Amazon EC2 in the subnet of your VPC. Then in VPC instance settings, then we use a public IP address instance subnets. Subnets known as a subnet is a range of IP addresses in your VPC. Then database. So these are the optional steps. So fourth step and fifth step are the optional step. Let's go our presentation. So this is the process of how to deploy your application in using Elastic Beanstalk. So next is EC2 versus Elastic Beanstalk. So EC2 is a virtual machine service that you allow to launch and manage virtual server, also known as instances. With EC2 instances, you can choose from a variety of instance type like operating system, software configurations to run your applications. In Elastic Beanstalk is a managed platform as a service that make it easy to deploy, manage, scale, and web application and services. With the use Elastic Beanstalk, you can upload your your code and Elastic Beanstalk will automatically handle the deployment and scaling of your application. And in EC2 provides tools for load balancing, auto scaling, and monitoring in your instance. And Elastic Beanstalk provide tools for monitoring, scaling your application based on traffic and usage pattern. And with EC2, you can pay for the time, but for use. In Elastic Beanstalk, it does not charge for the additional resources you can be provided with it. Let's move on next slide. So features of Elastic Beanstalk. So first is the security. Security is a shared responsibility between AWS and you. The shared responsibility model describes the security of the cloud and the security in the cloud. So discuss about the security of the cloud. Security of the cloud, it is responsible for protecting the infrastructure that runs all of the services offered in the AWS cloud, and you provided you with the AWS services you can use with securely. And we'll talk about security in the cloud. Security in the cloud, it is determined by the AWS service you can using and other factors, including the sensitivity of your data, organization's requirements, and applicable laws and regulation. Next, move on data protection. So data protection is responsible for protecting the global infrastructure that runs all of the cloud. It is responsible for maintaining control over your content that is hosted on the infrastructure. Protect your application with the following steps. You can use multi-factor authentication with each account. You can use SSL/TLS to communicate with AWS resources. You can set up your API and user activity logging with AWS Cloud Trace. So next, move on logging and monitoring. Logging and monitoring, it is important for maintaining the reliability, availability, performance of Elastic Beanstalk and your AWS solutions. And you in this logging and monitoring, users should collect monitoring data from all the part of the AWS solutions so that you can easily doing your multiple failures it one occurs. Let's move on next slide. So this is the conclusion slide. So AWS Elastic Beanstalk is a service offered by Amazon. It make our work more flexible and reliable. It addresses the challenges that faced in the past, providing easy, efficient way to bring your application online. And by abstracting away complex infrastructure management, Elastic Beanstalk empowered developers to focus creating expansion applications without getting down in technical intrigues by providing automations, scalability, and in-training monitoring. So this is the reference links that I have used. If you have any question, please ask me, and for any query, please contact me. Thank you. I'm done, ma'am.
Okay. Rakhi, do you have any idea that what are the different languages supported by Elastic Beanstalk?
Yes, ma'am. PHP, Python, Ruby, and .NET, Go, Java.
Okay. And what are the different database solution we can use with Elastic Beanstalk?
Database resources. Ma'am,
Did-
I have no idea.
Okay, no problem. You can read more about it. Rest your presentation was quite good and you maintained a good flow this time. You are improving, I'm saying. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
I will provide your scores on your email.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. So we wrap up our session here. Thank you, everyone.